What up? What up? What up? We got the brother in here. He finna go ahead and get it in for the go ahead and get it in. Break down the Boule for us. We know we got to take a little bit of time, get some people in the room. But subscribe if you want that red pill, man. You can come on the other side like us. But we finna go deep down in the red pill, y'all. And I mean, we finna go deep down in the Boule. So yeah. So I'm gonna take off for shit. Yeah, I'm gonna take off for a couple minutes, but the brother be going in. Um, y'all should be able to still hear me. We ain't got no call in on this one yet, but we finna go ahead and break down the Boule resources, stuff like that. I also wish Dane could get in on this one too, man. That'd be nice. But go ahead, family. Go ahead.
Peace, peace, everybody. This be Copper Wolf on here, representing for the peoples out there of the Americas. You know, I just like to give a shout out to everybody out there, man. Make sure that y'all out there, y'all studying, man, and y'all pulling up and doing y'all knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the power, is the knowledge. Peace.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, peace to all the new brothers on the panel, man. I can't think of the brother's name right now, but he was going in on some stuff. So we're gonna break down this whole Boule. So, if I recall, it was founded like
Yeah,
1904 or some shit.
he going by the
But
name of Brother Unknown, unknown
brother
person.
unknown person, peace unknown. Um, well, and then from the story it says that they wasn't allowed to be into the in the skull and bone, so they formed a separate wing of it, right? So when I first did the research on this, reported on this, I always wondered, like, well, did they tell them some of the stuff? Like, did they have a white advisor that said, okay, well, we do, you can't be in this, but you guys can start your own thing, and we'll look over it for you, and we'll teach you how we want you to do it. You know what I mean? Because if they wasn't invited to the meeting, like a lot of us aren't, right? Well, how did they get the information to form this Greek organization and stuff? So, well, they did. They formed it under their charter. So that's the thing that we gotta really look at. You know what I'm saying? And then, um, just them being up under their charters, but just everything that these guys have done and starting the other nine fraternity and sorority organizations and stuff like that or whatever to basically be like kind of like the breeding ground or the recruiting ground. Those are the recruits. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of organizations recruit from the fraternities and sororities. So yeah, I think it's interesting, man, that they kind of try to look past the history of these organizations when these Greek or think about it, y'all. How much of an asshole you have to be to want to be a Greek? Think about it. And then they even take it for we black Greeks and all this other stuff or whatever. And now it's, I mean, I guess it's taking on a life of its own because if you look at it, they were black at first. But
Hey, hey, you mind if I
yeah,
throw some on top of what
absolutely,
you just said real fast?
absolutely, brother.
No, I'm say it real fast. Check this out. These same people who wanted to take on Greek philosophy and theory and way of life is the same people that teach you about Africa is your homeland. Now, how the fuck
Right.
that makes sense? And you said it right. You questioned it right. Where did they get this from? What aspired Henry Milton to take on such a word as a boule and these other things? Evidently knew what it meant. He was a man of intelligence, of course. These people are not stupid. So they was given that as a function to what? To dictate
Mm-hmm.
and delegate what? Us, the people that the 1%ers. Remember, these are the 4% that's in position to protect the 1%. It has to be that way.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the one like that. So now it has shifted to what? Sports and all that shit. LeBron James is 100% boule. These people are Boule. They don't hide it. My auntie, she's a Boule. Not my cousin. My cousin's a Boule, 100%. She was the guy. She said she was. I read it. She went to the party in Chicago. They claim this stuff. And then you and I do the homework and research on it, and we bring it back to them like, this is what you claim. Do you have another word of what this means to have some significance to it? Because this is some bullshit.
Yeah, facts. Yo, just real quick, when we talk about the Boule and the fraternity and sororities, those were also, if you go back and you start looking at how they started educating us, those people are the educators, you know what I'm saying, of our people. So obviously, we started to honor their educations and their degrees and all this other stuff. Well, really, their degrees and their education has put us in this goddamn trick bag that we're in right now. So all this education and all these things that they're doing, you know what I'm saying? But it just never translate over to working for the community. But I wanted to ask you a question, brother, Mr. Unknown. The word Africa, from your recollection or from your knowledge, where does it come from, brother? Because these guys seem to think that it's from the continent.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. And I'm not from them guys, but Ali Muhammad touched on it a while back, a long time ago about this. I'm not in that world what they in, but he did touch on it a long time ago. And when you go and do the research, you'll find out for yourself. Africa is a 3 separate states. I kid you not. Literally, 100%. That's how I started off. It's a 3 separate states. And they have 3 names that follow, African or whatever. And they all combine. That's why they get the African with the K, with the AAN. And that is the rightful classification as an African over there, to be honest. Not with the CA. African is the truest classification status over there, which white people use over there, like they use America over here.
Wow.
All they doing is the same thing. They doing the same thing that they doing over there. All that tax shit, all that shit came from the Moors. The Moors did all that tax and shit, created all that jurisdiction, maritime law. That comes from Moors. Let's make that clear. So everybody talking about all this shit what this white man doing, that shit come from them. That taught them. They extended on it, created their own statutes or whatever on the land, and it's called terra. Let me think of it. I can't. Terra nullius. Look it up. It's called terra nullius. This is what gives them the right to take over your land if you up under their jurisdiction or subjection in any form of way. This is beyond eminent domain. It's called terra nullius. So this is why they got religion, because if they get you up under their religion, that puts you up under their jurisdiction psychologically and administratively. So I don't want to be no Christian. I don't want to be no Moor. I don't want to deal with no Islam. All that shit puts you under the Vatican jurisdiction. I don't want to hear about how real Islam is, just a fake Islam. All that shit is owned by the Vatican. They've been invaded, took over hundreds of years ago. They've been took over that shit. You ain't none of them niggas running that. None of them. You got the rebellious ones that they going after, the last ones they want to try to hold up, and that's it. And they created them.
Mm-hmm.
We already know this. Ahmad Dinesh, all of them, they the ones put them people in place. Them people know that shit ain't real, what they claiming. It's to dupe the people. They duping their own people like anybody else. The elite, the deists, the hierarchy. They know the religions ain't real. They need the fodder, the so they can use them on the chessboard to kill, go to war in the duality strategies. But back to the Boule, because this is about the Boule. Let me go and find out. Let me read some of this shit, man. Because if people need to start looking under J.A. Rogers, too. Not just Steve Coakley. J.A. Rogers, the adeptness on these people, too. Not just the Boule Black, who they connected with also. Because it was found out that they had slaves in the 19th century. And let me make this clear. Everybody talking about slavery and everything. We have more slaves now today, more than ever in the past history that is recorded. And we talk like it's not like, slavery back. No, they have 52 million slaves going around in the world right now. That's how bad it never stopped. Never. All this, it just ended in certain jurisdictions in certain ways. Because we're around white people. That's why I have got some level of clemency, some level of leniency in this land of so-called free, because we are living around white people. If we was living in Haiti, they'll fuck us up. Or they'll blackball us and shit like that.
I want to go down that way. I'll go down. Hey, how about you put her right down?
So the Boule is flat out, they deal with the public slaves. That's what they call them. And they report it to the king. And they report to the king what? The Democios. They report the treasury based on the laws and statutes of the bureaucracy that's in place. They have a duty to keep on record that you don't know who the fuck you. Translation. They are 100% your enemies. These are the people that kept your history. The white man didn't keep your history from you. The Boule kept your history. See how it works?
Yeah, man, they keep kicking me out, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm just, it's kind of like, no.
Yeah, you going in, bro.
No, and I'm not exonerating the elite or the white motherfuckers that's doing all the evil shit. What I'm saying is, the reason why you and we have not grown as a people on this land is because of the Boule.
Fact.
To make sure we didn't get that. Not white people. White people did they part. White did they part. And guess what it was at? Around us the whole time, riding around in Cadillacs and shit with their little V upside down with the G on it, acting like the shit, going around trying to fuck with their little rag tops on. Tell me I'm lying. And they all get Cadillacs and Lincolns.
True that.
Oh, fucking minivans. Now tell me I'm lying. They've been doing this shit when we was kids. We didn't know, you and I didn't know what was going on. These pastors, these preachers, these mosques, these temples, all of them in position. And if they get enough flock of people, I can go in genuine trying to be a Christian or pastor. But if I get a lot of flock following, the Boule or the Mason's going to come to me and say, hey, what's up, man? Why don't you join us? Because we see you got a lot of people following you. That's how the assimilation starts. It's not that everybody is evil or try to do bad going to what they're going to, but they come to you if you get a lot of people, just like YouTube. No, if I was on YouTube, I only had 50 views, nobody don't want to interview me. But if I get 50,000 views, now people want to interview me.
Put them on her body.
That's what the Boule does. They go and seek out what energy that you're drawing on the people so they can collect what? For the treasury based on the consciousness of the people to assimilate, to egregore. So they can come to a moot point of their consciousness to your consciousness and taint that shit. So you'll have people come on your shows and say, your grandmama my grandfather and my great aunties and grandfathers own some nigga that claimed to be a prophet. When you got indigenous people like Blackfoot and all these other different Indians, that real Indians, I'm talking about true fucking, that true people you can call prophets or what you call the skull doctors.
Hey, Chief, you might want to mute your mic.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't talk about the skull. Man, there's some shit, man. We should know about the rituals that when you go about find about the rituals that we did, you'll know about the skull doctors and shit. People who really laid out true spoken prophecies. Real shit. Not based on Islam, not based on Christianity. But you have niggas come over there and try to discredit the people who are indigenous or talk to Aborigine to this land and make their prophet supersede the original people here. Think about that. Y'all read them stories y'all studied of the great wisdom of what our grandmothers and chiefs had said. And he got the sex seal and da da and we don't need no motherfucking seven seal. We need to say Wakanda. That's dealing with that tetragrammaton shit. That's dealing with that tree of life shit. That's dealing with that shit. That's dealing with that more satanic shit. I know it has a positive side to it that you can learn and draw from, but that's not used in the manner of the high level it is. So we can't be playing around with that. What they really don't want us to know, the only way to counter that shit is knowing our rituals. And they know it. And I'm gonna tell these people coming on these photos and all this shit, man, and they really not genuine. I'm just saying, man, most people ain't shit, man. I'm telling y'all. I just got to say it. People are out for their own. They ain't really about no unity. Motherfuckers don't even want to claim that they're Indian. They don't want to claim this they land. White people so cold with it.
Facts.
Can't hear me? Hello?
Yeah, you back now, bro.
Yeah, man. White people are so cold with it. What they do? They take identities and use it to their best ability. Meanwhile, we find out substantial truth, shit like that. That hey, man, we might not all be Africans. We might not all be more, maybe a couple of sprinkles of maybe more. And be real about it. Okay, let's find whatever we got to do. Genealogy, whatever. Let's find out together. Let's do this as a consortium, confederation, assembly. Let the people know what we're finding out. The ones that have time and access and the finance to do that. Then bring it to the people in a lower status in those grades and say, hey, this is what we find out. And because they have to entrust in us to do these things. Because a lot of people are caught up in survival, emotional distress, family bullshit, jobs, this and up and down. We can't expect people to just twist and turn their life and all this shit. That shit, it don't work that way. Flat out. It has to be a system in place for we to tell people to stop working jobs and shit. We got to get our own business and all that. But for real, everybody's not going to get a business. So we need to look for the people who really get a business to hire people. That's how it works in this system.
Indeed. Sure indeed.
Everybody can't be a fucking boss. Come on now. Everybody ain't going to be the janitor either. So we got to accept our roles of what we in and take out. And I heard y'all talking about earlier about how people talk about why we deal with money. We only supposed to be looking at money to use it for our resources at the time, knowing that the conditions that we in. If you don't know the conditions we in, them the people are hyper materialistic, running around calling success is to show off to you and I they the shit. That's success. But they putting that success spell on their ass. Because success was, guess what? That means something that's not untrue and not something you don't know what's going to happen. These are real definitions. Success was the first imprisonment ship, prison ship in Australia. That's where the word came from. Success comes from a prison ship, aka slave ship. Let's make that clear. And cess, the word cess, C-E-S-S, guess what that means in British? Which we up under the rule of. It means taxation. So that's why they want you to say be successful. Look how they see how it works. Go and get that success. Come and pay these motherfucking taxes so you can do that demosis so they can report it back to the king of your energy that they extracted from you. That's the Boule job. The Boule is strictly dealing with mainly mulattoes. If you're too black, you ain't really in the high ranking. You're not. You have to. It really started out with mulattoes, mixed blood. Let's make that clear. And mulatto, the word mulatto does not only deal with black and white people having sex. Mulatto can mean Africans, aka African, or maybe a Caribbean that's having sex with somebody in Indian Massachusetts. That's going to be called a mulatto. Check that out. How many people knew that?
I didn't.
We thought mulatto was only exclusive to white and black people. You know, there's white black people. That's a mulatto. No, mulatto is you having sex outside with a so-called another tribe. That could be a mulatto. You mix the two different bloods. That's two different. Period.
Right.
You got to look at these words 360 in its truest context. So they play with us. Man, they even got Asians even claim India so they can do what? So they can stay on this lane. I kid you not. Man, I got this shit. I'll be damned.
You right, bro. You're definitely telling the truth.
Just the Syrians did the same thing. They came over here acting like you thought they was Muslims. Then they acted like they was Christians. They had accepted Christian faith to come over here. See, in the 1800s, y'all know this. That's why there was a flood of white people, all these different types of white people, Polish, that's when they really flooded over here. Because the first couple of 100 years, a lot of them were still skeptical to come over here. They heard of it, someone was kind of scared and shit because a lot of people was lying because motherfuckers was greedy to try to get what was over here already. So if I was Christopher Columbus or Kevin or anybody else, I would tell everybody, oh, man, hey, Mitch is over there, gold, all that. Man, it got real. Man, all I do is stay reading this shit. If you put it together like that, all they did was they found out that we had land over here. They found out land was over here that they didn't know about. They heard about it before. It could have been people who sailed over here that probably died, never got back for whatever reason, never was documented. It could have been documented. We just don't have it in the public. You see what I'm saying? But besides that, the Boule, man, is to be taken very serious. When I mean very serious, very serious. Because, see, what they do is not that they'll kill you. It's kind of like the Farrakhan strategy. All he has to do is throw a bone out there to his goons. And psychologically, he knows his goons going to come after you based on what he say by throwing little insidious, subtle little sayings and shit. Like they did Malcolm, I know Dane said Farrakhan didn't kill Malcolm. No, they killed him because they didn't protect him. They didn't protect him. They killed him. He made them millions and millions of fucking dollars. He got them recognition, and they didn't protect him. They disagree or not. They had the consciousness and intelligence to know that they still should have protected that man just in case they amended their issues. But it wasn't about that. That's Boule. Malcolm X was Boule, but he wanted to get out of it. He didn't know. He thought it was just joining something. Anybody else. They come to you, hey, join this secret. We can do this shit. Got access. Let's do this. Then he found out, oh, man, they doing it. Oh, shit. He was a realist. He's like, oh, man, I thought this shit was like, like we really trying to really, really do something. He found out it's a fucking mob game. That's what it is. These are all mobs, man. That's taking care of their families. That's it. So man, yeah, man. I hope y'all along this, because we heard about the Steve Coakley. We could look back at that, but I say look up J.A. Rogers because he put down by his study. He said that they had slaves and shit in the 1900s. Them, the Chinese, they had Chinese slaves, Caucasians, way themselves. Boule has power. Don't get it twisted. All this, white supremacy. No, Boule has power. It might not be the strongest out there, but they got enough of it. And they will kill their own. When I'm finding out, they supposed to have something to do with the people that got killed at the church. Yeah, they set up shit like that while we saying it's the white man doing it. Scenarios, propaganda. They're doing it. Money from us. And then we'll march and all that shit goes on the tax bracket. This is all generating money for the queen and the king. That's what Black Matters is. That's Boule. You call it whatever, anything black people involved in, that is Boule. If it's not getting results and black people are in it, it is Boule. That's how you know it's Boule. You get good results and shit. If you're not getting good results. If you get good results, what you desire, what you're trying to do, that's not Boule. So that's why you and I went from 10, 12, 20 to 30, 40, 50 years growing up, and watch these decades pass by. Nothing changed but rhetoric, dogma, just the same shit said over and over again. Wait, like we're in a drive-through. And then now your ass old as hell, and then you're like, damn, and that's what's happening to us. They know we're not living that long. The average of us is living probably 50 or 60 years old. We wasted most of our lives on Christianity or being Islam. So we got to give it to the children, man, for real. On some real shit, we got to popularize this shit and be for real.
That's right.
And we really got to get to the women. You know how we can get to the women? We need to let them find all the chiefs, the women chiefs, because women get inspired by them leading. If we show them that they are Chief Khalifa and all this shit, they'll be inspired by that shit.
Exactly.
Stop tripping out about Meghan Markle and all that shit.
Man, give it to him, brother.
But these guys don't want, they want to keep, but see, the diversion is to keep talking about Marcus Garvey, to keep talking about Noam Ali, keep talking about these same people. Like, ain't nobody else did shit through history. These don't, and check this out. Most of them that they give homage to like this and respect, these people are always tied under what? Religion protocols. Clue. And the Messiah without being under a religion?
Truth.
So you mean to tell me, George Washington Carver wasn't a Messiah or, he wasn't no prophet of all the shit he done? Think about that.
You're right.
Now, you want to talk about who ate out somebody, we eating out him. The whole fucking South. He saved the South based on the agricultural science that he knew. Now, not eating out somebody. Now, how about that? But we discredit these type of people. We don't even give them the honors we respect. And this man said he spoke to the plants, and the plants supposed to spoke back to him. This is how he found out what he's supposed to find out. And we talk about these niggas. This ain't no phenomenon. We don't even pay attention. What about I'm gonna use the African shit. The Imhotep supposed to master 10,000 things. Surely he should be a prophet. Surely he should be one of the number one guys we should be learning from. If this dude learned master 10,000 fucking things.
Indeed.
Hey, bro, I got a question. I think it's pretty valid
Yeah.
to what you're talking about. Would you say that the Boule Blacks are agents of the House of Orange?
They're the agents for the Pope. That's what fraternity is. Fraternity. Always follow the words. Like follow the money, follow the words. I'm in a frat. Frat. That's an allegiance to the Pope. Flat out. You know, like black. If you black, you're a citizen. You use the classification. Same thing. These words mean something.
Only reason why I'm asking this because um in the 14th and 15th centuries, you know, you had quotation marks black nobility, you know, over there in Europe, and you know
Mm-hmm.
that all of that led to the formation of the House of Orange, and you know a lot of these Moors are actually, you know, the real Moors are related to these, you know, royal backgrounds. That's why I'm asking, because all of that shit came from that side of the world. So I'm like, okay, are these agents from the now fully Dutch House of Orange?
Well, I mean, I'm sure if you do this, yeah, I would say just do the knowledge on it.
Have
It
you
depends
heard?
on. It depends on what jurisdiction it is. So remember, Boule and all that shit come from Greece and Athens. So I would say check the timeline and also check the jurisdictional area in. They might use other words or whatever. If it's dealing with black people, so-called melanin people, they might use other different terminologies to describe their function that is parallel to what you call a Boule. Remember, they always had fucking slaves. The whole way of the world was slavery, period. Just by flat out, especially in the Eastern Hemisphere. It was go ho.
Well, yeah,
Flat out.
that's kind of where some of the questioning comes from too, because you know the Dutch have always dealt with nations in the slave trade. Any type of slave
Yeah,
trade, they was there.
yeah, and also just to hit on slavery, look up. They had a thing called natural slavery. Look that up, called natural slavery, and there is a real thing with nature that slavery is a natural fucking function. I kid you not. Y'all not gonna believe this shit. Guess where the science comes from? It comes from ants. Look up slavery ants, slave making ants.
And this is why they were sitting there
And
saying that if a mother has, if a so-called white dude has sex with an indigenous woman, that indigenous woman would have to serve time, and she had to pay a fine. If she didn't pay a fine at a certain time, she would be an indentured servant for 5 years, and her child would be for 37 years. So basically, brother, that is that what you're saying? Where that come from? That whole concept?
okay, what you saying? I'm saying what you saying that's drawn from?
No. I'm saying okay. You said there's lifetime servants, right? You said that's real, right?
Oh yeah, the lifetime service. Yeah, I mean they did that with the uh uh shit man, I can't think of. I think that's when after slave after the Constitution
Right,
that put it
right,
permanent
yeah.
slavery.
And that's what I was saying, bro. It goes inside with exactly what you saying, right?
Yeah, it's all connected. We start studying stuff and we put the timelines together, that's what will give us a better a view of it. Because we be mixing timelines that can't throw you off. We'll say this and that way. 1600s, only in the 1700s, only in the 1800s. And understand these and compartmentalize that. And then we gonna have to document that year by year of all information that we say. We're gonna need a real true library of all the information each year and a clearer, a transparency understanding of this, because that's what's confusing a lot of people that listen to us, because they listen to the people in the so-called, I guess, HOK, House of Community, all them guys. I don't even like naming their names because they feel like they're important when they do when you name them. It makes them relevant. You know, oh, he said my name. I gotta get him now. And who is this guy and all this shit and playing around? Man, if I have them guys do not want to talk to me, I'm not gonna play with them. They do not want to talk to me. All that bullshit. I knew them niggas was fake. I called them out. I did a show 2 years ago on a brother named Lance Scurry show on them niggas when they went to that Farrakhan fucking Million Man March. All them niggas. Red Pill and all of them. How the fuck you gonna go to a function where y'all know this nigga is a motherfucking charlatan? I'm tired of this shit. Everybody sucking each other back. Everybody tiptoeing. Nobody want to say nothing about the nation of Islam. Nobody say you got to shit on. We know that shit is fake. We know they'll kill us. We know they don't do shit for no neighborhoods. Let's stop it. And then you have niggas say, well, he did a... Where the fuck at?
That's right.
These niggas never had nothing to show you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, did he build a park up with some slings and shit? Like, I don't see it. What are you talking about?
That's right.
We had our neighborhoods at our worst. And not only this nigga supposed to know God. See, I hold niggas against all this. This ain't no Boule. When these niggas talking about they know God. When these niggas say, amen.
Peace.
And I know God. Oh, you know God, right? Well, why the fuck God didn't tell you use an Indian? Why the fuck God didn't tell you this and that, how to heal yourself? Why the fuck God let you catch AIDS? Why the fuck God have you going to Scientology? Well, why the fuck? How that work? Why Allah got you going to Sun Young Moon? How did that work? You know God and you the special person. You got to do some miraculous phenomenon shit.
Facts.
Or you just a man like me. But their science is, the Boule science is to keep their followers. It's the science, it didn't trickle down to the rappers. That's why Farrakhan meets up with the rappers and whatever to recruit TIs and all these guys, and they come Boule because they have the consciousness of people. That's the only thing that in me, because I don't have the consciousness of the people. They're interested in Dane Calloway because he has the consciousness of the people. So if I get the consciousness of the people, guess what? They're going to call me and threaten me and all this shit. And now they know my name and all this shit. And if people fall for that, that's on them. At this time, with all this information on everything we've been seeing, people getting shot, all these lies, the way Trump acts, all this shit. If people don't get it now, at least get the skepticism and get the doubt of what these people are doing and not getting the results. They don't realize that after a couple of years, it needs to be done that way. It's meant to be that way. Leave them alone. Let the motherfuckers follow the Sinetters. Follow all them niggas. Let them follow. Fuck them. You can't stop them. Let them do what they need. When they see they ain't getting shit done and they getting old and ain't nothing happening, that's what it's going to be. With they dashiki on. That's it, that's all. Meanwhile, we can be establishing ourselves, getting our Indian rights, whatever we need to do, because I got on them years ago about this, because Eloise Tobel, she's dead right now. But this is one of these $5 Indian motherfuckers who slipped their way and got billions and billions of dollars. Billions, meaning our money. And I used to always ask the Moors, why we don't ever get no money? This lady got billions of dollars from Mobile. How the fuck? Like, we don't want that money. We just want our land and da 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 da. Like, well, I'll take it. I'm telling you, man, I know who they are. I don't want to name the people that have been on your show because I don't want to disrespect them, because I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to start nothing up like that, because that's how I do. But yeah, like I said, y'all had a guy on the other day with all that shit. Them guys that he talking about are all Boule. All that Masonic shit. No, Indians didn't deal with that shit. We didn't deal with that shit. We didn't need that. We already had the mother and the son. We ain't need no motherfucker come from Eastern Hemisphere to tell us what a mother and son is. To make it seem like we don't know shit. We don't know the solar system. Like we don't know how the sun and the moon work or something. The fuck out of here. They discredit everything that we are over here. Ain't shit wrong with America. It's the United States, these foreigners that's over here. I don't give a fuck if we had slavery or not. Whatever we was doing over here, we was doing. They don't belong over here. And if you want to pick up that consciousness that you are Moor or a Hebrew and you are all these owned entities by the Pope and the fucking Queen, they own that shit. We're gonna have to be careful on the word Indian, all these words. We don't have to really look at because they know we're not speaking our true languages no more. So that's why I say Niji, because Niji is more of a omni name for all the Indians. That's why I say Niji. Like y'all say, what tribe you come from? Well, technically, we really don't know the real true vibrational interface words that we supposed to speak of the tribe that we come from. We'll say Cherokee. No, nigga, that's a Jew word. That's an infiltration word.
Facts, bro. Get him.
Yo, man, everybody ever tell you sound like Bobby Hemmett, bro? Shout out to Bobby Hemmett.
Yo.
Oh my grandma, this nigga sound like Bobby, bro. I knew I was up here like, man, this nigga sound like somebody, Joe.
Oh, Bobby
Peace,
the real
peace.
deal still.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, AP,
Brother
peace.
Who was that speaking,
You
man?
know,
You going in.
and I ain't trying to be like him either. So all people don't just all that. No, I'm not trying to be. You motherfucker know me. This been me all my life. Just a matter of
Right.
information.
Hey, what's your name, brother?
My name's Sire L, man. It's Sire L. There's some people out there that probably know who I am, or whatever. A few, maybe. But well, I'm changing my name, though. So I gotta change it to an individual. I gotta get rid of that.
So right now we know him on here as Brother Unknown. So right now we just know him as Brother Unknown because he's going to do the name change right now. So yeah, Brother Unknown. This right here is Brother AP on the line.
Yeah, peace to you, man. I mean, Halito, man, Wakanda and shit. Blackfoot. Shit. For that peace and love and Ashe and all that. See, we change our words. We ain't over there. We over here.
Right, Halito, Chimichukma.
Red Fox. You know what I'm saying? Red Fox was an Indian. Now, how about that? Check that out.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Yeah, my grandma told me that.
Yes, he was.
Who not, though? Who was it?
Red Fox. Now, let me let y'all know the story that I'm connected with Red Fox. My dad was under Red Fox. Red Fox was his manager for a singing group. The singing group was called DSR, called Dred Scott Review. Check this shit out.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Hell no.
Man, that shit is off the chain, man. Shit is off the chain, man.
They go crazy.
It will blow your fucking mind. And it's connected with the killing. I did the metaphysics on it. It's connected with the killing of not Trayvon Martin, but Michael Brown. I did the science years ago. Fuck the dates and shit, man, blew my fucking mind.
Wow.
So that's why I don't throw the conscious community completely on the side because I did learn stuff from them. I did learn some things that bridged me through. But when them niggas try to brand and cut and paste my motherfucking grandmother and grandfather name, I got problems. and I'm saying to y'all, as an exhortment, man, we keep saying just grandmother. We don't want to get too on one side. And our grandfathers was the shit. Our aunties was the shit. Our uncles was the shit. See where it's going? It's called family. We don't name one bloodline. We name them all.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And we want to find out to anybody that's old and elderly. I don't want just my grandma. It's anybody that's old that can tell me. I don't give a damn as a white motherfucker. You give me some information that is connected with me, drop it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to be biased on none of this shit, man. Because all we're doing is finding out new truth every day. That's what's going on. Truth is constantly changing. Check that out. And that's why these niggas can't accept it because they're stagnant and they're in a position and they don't know where to go. That means they ain't do no real studying. They ain't trying to study. They had no real heart into it. That's why they stuck. That's how you know they fraud. Because Sinetta was smart. He was like, okay, man,
Fuck.
that we found that man. Imagine the information all the brothers finding. They could have came like, damn, man, that's a good damn, man. Y'all found that, man. We was dealing with it. Okay, let's put it together. Let's put it out there. That's what Sinetta supposed to did. Not get on and do. Let's debate. I'm glad Dane ain't debating with him. He really would have did. I would never listen to that nigga no more if he started debating with him. Don't fall into that shit. What the fuck you gonna debate about information they can go and verify themselves?
Exactly, bro. That shit ain't nothing but money for them.
Yeah, that's a game. That's a game. Like, you want
Thank
what
you.
the fuck?
Thank you. You are not going to solve
So
shit
me
arguing
knowing
about
that,
it.
I know you're playing with my intelligence at this point. So you acting like a little ass boy to me. Get the fuck on. Ain't no talk no more. Because now you finna be arguing with this nigga like a gal. That's all it's gonna be. It is America. No, I'm African. No, I'm American. That's all I'm saying. And he's loving it because he's getting views on there. He's getting views. Man, YouTube shit turned gutter ghetto as a motherfucker. I'm glad I got our 24-hour show to get some quality to it, to get the perspective to it. Because them niggas, man, them niggas are, it's other, everybody's pimping off us. Let me tell you another thing. Everybody's pimping off us, not just invading. Everybody's pimping off us now. Like y'all say, everybody's trying to act hip hop, act like Mexicans who had our asses to slavery.
Oh, damn, who else out with y'all? The baby in
Out.
there?
AP, mute your mic.
Yeah, family, but straight up though, the man, guess what, man? You got everybody talking about even our most evil people that look like us. They make money off them. Put it like this: everybody talks about us in the world.
Back.
Everybody. It's a Mexican dude called Bam. He be breaking down a little Illuminati shit or whatever. He do pretty good on it. But I looked at his shit. And I had it, sent him a little text or whatever. And I said, damn, dude, all you doing is putting Illuminati black people on it. And he a Mexican guy. I said, won't you put some Illuminati Mexicans on that motherfucker?
I heard
Oh,
that.
you don't know none? Y'all people good. Y'all people just evil bad.
He say, why don't you put some Illuminati Mexicans on your shit?
Fact. That's dope. That's a fucking fact.
And I told him why. Because nobody don't give a fuck about no message. Everybody give a fuck about us.
Fact.
Why? Because it's our land.
Exactly.
Fact.
Exactly. Nick.
This nigga ain't got no Jennifer Lopez and none of that shit up there, but you steady showing R. Kelly, all these other motherfuckers. Yeah, it might be true or not, but nigga, you got a whole motherfucking country down there that's trying to hop a fence. That's
Right.
Man, see the big picture, man. You motherfuckers keep for us.